The B-52 Stratofortress isn't just a bomber, it's a legend that's outlasted wars, rivals, and time itself. Born in the Cold War's shadow, this beast has evolved into a modern powerhouse, and its latest upgrades are rewriting what it can do. Let's dive into the untold story of how this icon keeps defying the odds. Back in the 1940s, the US needed a bomber to counter the Soviet threat. Boeing, already famous for the B-17, got the call. The Air Force wanted a machine with serious reach 5,000 miles and enough punch to carry nuclear weapons. Early designs sparked heated debates. Turboprops or jets? Top brass clashed, with some betting on props for fuel efficiency while others pushed for jet power's raw speed. By 1952, after a scrappy team of engineers built a balsa wood prototype, in a hotel room the B-52 took flight. It hit 500 mainports of Hughes and could fly 8,000 miles without breaking a sweat. That was just the start. Fast forward to the 1960s, and the B-52H model emerged as the king of the fleet. New Pratt & Whitney engines boosted its speed to 650 mph and stretched its range to 8,800 miles. A 20mm Vulcan cannon in the tail gave it extra teeth, and low-altitude radar let it hug the ground to dodge defenses. This wasn't just a bomber, it was a message to the world. In 1957, 3 B-52s flew around the globe in 45 hours, setting a record that screamed American dominance. But what happened next would cement its legacy. The Cold War faded, but the B-52 didn't. It rained fire in Vietnam, pounded targets in Iraq, and backed ground troops in Afghanistan. Unlike flashier bombers like the B-1 Lancer or B-2 Spirit, the B-52, nicknamed Buff for Big Ugly Fat Fella, boasted an 80% readiness rate in the early 2000s, crushing its rivals. Why? It's reliable, versatile, and cheap to run. While stealth bombers hogged headlines, the B-52 quietly became the backbone of US air power. But there's a twist most don't know. By 2020, the Air Force decided to give this old dog new tricks. Enter the B-52J upgrade. Rolls-Royce F-130 engines replaced the aging ones, slashing fuel use by 30% and pushing range even farther. A new APG-79B4 radar sharpened its eyes, making it nearly immune to enemy jammers. The clunky nose sensors? Gone, swapped for sleek targeting pods like the Sniper. These changes aren't just cosmetic, they're turning the B-52 into a missile-slinging monster. And that's where things get wild. The B-52 was once a nuclear titan, packing AGM-69 SRAM missiles until 2010, when its nukes were retired. Now, whispers from Congress hint at a comeback. Plans surfaced in 2024 to arm 30 B-52Js with AGM-181 long-range standoff missiles, nuclear-tipped and deadly. This move could thrust the B-52 back into the nuclear triad, alongside subs and ICBMs. But it's not just about nukes. The B-52's new pylons can carry 20,000 pounds of weapons per wing, including hypersonic missiles like the AGM-183A ARRW. A test in 2024 near Guam proved it could fire these game changers, even if the program hit a funding snag. What's brewing next is even bigger. Hypersonics are just the tip. The B-52J's radar and targeting upgrades let it strike with precision from miles away, dodging advanced defenses. Unlike the stealthy B-21 Raider, which costs a fortune, the B-52 delivers raw power on a budget. Some argue it could outshine the B-2 Spirit, set to retire soon or even challenge the B-21's role. After all, the Air Force plans to keep these bombers flying until 2050. But there's a catch nobody saw coming. Rumors swirled in 2024 about tensions in the Pentagon. Some generals pushed for more B-21s, calling the B-52 outdated. Others fought to keep it, citing its unmatched payload and flexibility. Leaked talks suggested a bold plan: pair B-52Js with drone wingmen to overwhelm enemies. This isn't sci-fi, it's real, and testing's already underway. If it works, the B-52 could redefine air combat. But that's not the final surprise. The B-52's story isn't just about tech, it's about defiance. It's outlived critics, budget cuts and newer bombers, proving age is just a number. With nuclear fangs possibly returning and hypersonic claws ready, it's poised to dominate for decades. Will it steal the spotlight from the B-21, or will the stealth craze win out? One thing's clear, this bomber's not done shocking the world. The B-52's knack for reinvention runs deeper than new engines or radars. Back in the 1970s, it faced near retirement as sleeker bombers stole the spotlight. Yet, it clawed its way back by adapting to new roles, carrying cruise missiles and precision bombs. That same grit shines today. In 2023, tests showed the B-52J could launch decoy drones to confuse enemy radars, a trick that makes it harder to kill. This isn't just a bomber anymore. It's a flying chess master, outsmarting defenses while packing a brutal punch. And the next move is even bolder. Whispers from defense, circles point to a controversial plan, arming B-52Js with laser weapons. Early trials in 2024 hinted at directed energy systems that could zap missiles mid-flight. If this pans out, the B-52 could shrug off threats that ground newer jets. The catch? Powering lasers on a 70-year-old airframe isn't easy. Engineers are racing to slim down the tech, and success could make this bomber untouchable. But there's another twist that's raising eyebrows. The B-52's massive wings aren't just for show, they're weapon racks. New designs let it carry oversized payloads, like the massive ordnance penetrator, a 30,000-pound bunker buster. In 2024, a B-52 dropped one in a test, obliterating a mock underground base. This matters because nations like Iran and North Korea hide their best toys deep underground. The B-52's ability to crack those layers gives it leverage no stealth bomber can match. And yet something else is stirring. Cost is the B-52's secret weapon. A single B-21 Raider runs over $700 million, while upgrading a B-52J costs a fraction of that. In 2025, budget hawks in Congress started pushing to scale back B-21 orders and double down on the B-52. The logic? Why bet on unproven tech when you've got a proven beast? This sparked a firestorm among defense contractors, with some accusing rivals of rigging the debate. Whatever the truth, the B-52's staying power is shaking up priorities. Then there's the human side. Pilots love the B-52 for its quirks, like the side-by-side cockpit that lets crews bond on long missions. In 2024, a viral story broke about a B-52 crew flying 30 hours to strike a target, only to detour and save a stranded Navy pilot. That kind of flexibility isn't just tech, it's heart. The Air Force knows this, which is why they're training a new generation to fly these giants. But the final surprise is the wildest. Talk surfaced in 2025 about sending B-52s to space, not literally, but close. Plans for high-altitude launches of small satellites from B-52 wings are gaining traction. A test run last year dropped a dummy payload at 40,000 feet, proving it's possible. If this works, the B-52 could moonlight as a budget-friendly space truck, undercutting pricey rockets. It's a long shot, but this bomber's history proves one thing: never count it out.